Good afternoon or good morning, hello, and welcome to This Date in History, aka TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by other historians, but mainly things we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the smart device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and the website on thisday.com. For links to those sources, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Aoxander, and today I am joined by...
Muffin Man.
There he is, the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man?
Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man! Anyway, we are going to be joined by the Golden Loon here, hopefully soon. Anyway, today is Sun's Day, also known as Sunday, December 18th, 2022. So let's jump into the history today, shall we? Starting us off in the year 218 BC, the Second Punic War, Battle of the Trebia, Hannibal's Carthaginian army heavily defeated Roman forces on Italian soil. Yeah, good old Hannibal. Oh, yep. Then we got another historical event here in 1271. That's a pretty big time jump there. Almost 1,400 years. So, actually over 1,400 years. 1271, Kublai Khan renamed his empire Yuan, marking the start of the Yuan dynasty of China.
All right. Yuan Kublai Khan?
Yes. And welcome.
Thank you. I haven't been here in a while.
I know, it's been too long. So, honestly.
I enjoy it. You're right. It's been way too long.
Yeah, last weekend you were out in Tejas.
Yes, I was.
Yeah. And then we got an expedition here in 1642. Abel Tasman's expedition sailed around Farewell Split and into the Golden Bay, first sighting local Maori in New Zealand. Wow.
Okay, I'm glad they put in New Zealand because I had no idea where they were talking about Golden Bay and whatnot. So, yeah.
Yeah, Maori. Let's see here. The Maori are the indigenous people, Polynesian people of mainland New Zealand. Maori originated with settlers from East Polynesia who arrived in New Zealand in several waves of canoe voyages between roughly 1320 and 1350. Wow.
Canoe voyages to get to New Zealand. Wow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, it's still a mystery about how people got to Easter Island. Because that is way out in the middle of nowhere.
True.
So, yeah. Anyway, if Muffin would like a turn, he can take 1773.
1773, a skirmish at Grass Cove in Queen Charlotte Sound, my bad, results in the deaths of 2 Maori and 9 members of the James Cook's expedition, New Zealand.
Huh. That's interesting. So we had the first sighting of the local Maori here in 1642, and then 1773 on the same date. Maori, several 9 members. Actually, no. 2 Maori got killed. So like a skirmish.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do 1783, right?
Yeah, 3 for 3. It's up to you though. You don't feel forced. So.
Okay. Yeah, I can do this one.
All right.
In 1783, the British King George III dismisses Duke of the Portland's government.
Just dismissed him, huh?
Yeah.
You're out. Goodbye.
Yeah, yep. So maybe he was like he wanted more control or something. I don't know. Like
didn't like what they're doing. I guess he already had control if he could just dismiss him.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. You get to talk about New Jersey.
New Jersey.
Yep.
In 1787, New Jersey becomes the 3rd state to ratify the U.S. Constitution.
Nice.
3rd state.
Yep. Yeah, we talked about I think Pennsylvania was the first, and I don't remember the second. Let me look
Probably
that up.
New York, I imagine.
Second state to ratify the Constitution. Pennsylvania was the second. Okay, so what was the first? First state to ratify Delaware.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. December 7th, 1787. Yeah.
So how many states were the original ratifiers of it?
The 13 colonies.
Was it the 13? It hadn't it hadn't expanded beyond that.
Well, by 1700.
No, it wouldn't have.
Well, no, because we weren't a nation yet. We weren't expanding.
Yeah.
We were focused on forming.
Yeah.
So, but
Well,
then
no, yeah.
But then later on, we started getting the whole manifest destiny mentality. It's like, everything west of us belongs to us, and then eventually, like, even before we were really a superpower, I don't remember which doctrine. It wasn't the Monroe Doctrine, but it was something else that basically said the entire Western Hemisphere of Earth was a U.S. thing. So, like, prohibiting any Europeans from doing anything like colonialism, like any proxy wars, any shenanigans. If any European nation tried to spill into the Western Hemisphere, that was an affront against the United States.
Yeah, that is somewhat what the Monroe Doctrine is.
I believe so.
It's yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's the Western Hemisphere. Just like when Russia tried to put missiles in Cuba, they cited the Monroe Doctrine as a threat to the Western Hemisphere.
Well, that was because we had missiles in Turkey beforehand. And
I get that, but I'm just saying that's when the Monroe Doctrine kicked in.
Okay. Yeah, it says here, so you're right. The Monroe Doctrine is the best-known U.S. policy towards the Western Hemisphere, buried in a routine annual message delivered to Congress by President James Monroe in December of 1823. So, political trickery is nothing new. The doctrine warns European nations that the United States would not tolerate further colonization or puppet monarchs.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and, Castro was definitely being a puppet.
Yeah.
So, anyway, moving on up to 1799, George Washington, body interred at Mount Vernon. Oh, that's right, because he died a couple days ago. His death date
Oh, okay.
was just a few days ago, December 14th. So, 4 days ago, at the age of 67. Not bad. So, and then
Pretty young in today's standards, though.
Well,
when you look at my age, I'm looking in the rearview mirror at him.
Yeah.
He's still a kid.
Don't age yourself too much. Anyway, 1832, HMS Beagle with Charles Darwin aboard reached Tierra del Fuego for the first time. All right. Where's Tierra del Fuego anyway? Let's see here. Tierra del Fuego is an archipelago at South America's southernmost tip, shared by Chile and Argentina. It is known for its dramatic landscape of snowy mountains, glaciers, tundra, and wind-sculpted trees. Its main island, Isla Grande, is home to the Argentine resort town of Ushuaia, sometimes called the end of the world. Ushuaia is a gateway to the region and Antarctica to the south.
Yeah. Next stop is South Pole.
Yeah. Interesting. Is there a wiki? Here we go. I'm going to put a link to this wiki in the underbar, the description below, for further reading on this article. And I already, of course, have the people we were talking, the Maori people wiki. Anyway, we're going to move on up into 1852. George Hamilton Gordon, or Pelate Party, became Prime Minister of the United Kingdom after the downfall of the Conservative government of Edward Smith Stanley. So, but look at Edward Smith Stanley. He has a raggedy ass beard. That looks
a little scruffy.
Yeah.
Actually, they look like mutton chops.
Yeah, but it comes down here. Like his chin is shaved, but he has a neck beard. He has a very scraggly neck beard.
Yeah.
So, all right. Then we have a music premiere here in 1892. Anton Bruckner's Eighth Symphony premiered. Okay. And I believe it's Muffin's turn if he so wishes again, 1892.
Yeah. Wow, this guy's a mouthful. His name.
That's what she said.
In 1892, the Poiter Ech Tarvowski, can't really pronounce him, my apologies, but anyways, Ballad the Nutcracker premieres in St. Petersburg, Russia, now the world's most performed ballad. His final opera is Isolanta? I think I'm pronouncing that right.
Yeah.
Anyways, also premieres.
Alright, so this is when the Nutcracker first came out, the Nutcracker Suite.
Yeah.
That's
good. Yeah. It's the most performed ballet. Well, that's interesting to know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that makes sense.
I don't have no clue what would be number 2. I didn't know what number was.
Hold on. Second most performed ballet. Alright, well, there's apparently, what are the most performed renowned ballets? Such as Swan Lake and Gacilly.
Swan Lake.
So,
Okay.
All right. Well, I'm not going to find anything without some serious digging. So.
Not that interested.
Yeah. So that'll be a challenge to the viewers. Like what is number 2? Like after the Nutcracker. So.
You know what they say about number 2? It tries harder.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on up into the 1900s here, Mr. Muffin Man, 1902.
1902. British Parliament passes the Education Act, which will come to be regarded as the most important legislation of Arthur Balfour's government.
All right, what is this Education Act? 1902 Education Act. Also known as the Balfour Act, was a highly controversial act of Parliament that set the pattern of elementary education in England and Wales for 4 decades, so 40 years.
Yeah.
So, and once government gets its hands in things, it's usually not a good thing. And
It's not.
Nationalizing anything is not good.
And see, here's the thing. Like I find it very strange. Now, I'm not against education, but when it is mandated by the government for people to go into schools, and obviously most people can't afford private schools or they don't want to go into religious institutions, so they have to go to public schools, which is government funded.
Yeah.
What are they really learning? Or are they being molded into the perfect little group, to serve the government?
Yeah.
You mandate it.
Well, anytime like we do here, it's designed to educate the masses, which is good, but you lose the top educated ones that can really help society, and you lose the bottom ones. They fall out.
Or are they really educating? Look at academia today.
Well,
You
that's
know.
where we've gone. That's another issue entirely.
But that's the bad stuff being presented out in the open. Like they teach useless crap in school, like in high school, like algebra, trigonometry, calculus. How is that gonna help anybody in life?
Oh no.
No, start teach
That's
useful
mathematics.
things.
Come on.
No.
Come on.
No. Yeah, you learn that.
Well, on what level? There's only a certain level that goes into that, and the people that go into that need it.
But
How'd you get engineers?
I understand that, Dad. That's what college is for. High school is supposed to teach you how to be a functioning adult. I didn't learn anything about taxes, after middle school. When I went into my middle school, the one that eventually I got stabbed with a pencil.
Yeah.
There was a class that taught us about checks. Remember, we made our own checks and everything.
Okay.
So there was an economics class, but. That's not one of the mandatory ones for general education in high school.
Well, that should be part of it in high school.
It should
too.
be.
How do you take care of your own finances? How do
Yes.
you get along? That should be taught there, and it's kind of ignored.
Like why are we so focused on the Pythagorean theorem? Like in high school, like now, as you said, yes, engineering, like other things involving mathematics. Okay, if you want to follow that pursuit of education, that's what college is for. High school is supposed to teach you what to do after you hit 18. Why is tax not a mandatory class?
Well, it should be.
It should be, but it's not. Because they don't want people to learn. They want people to be reliant on things like the tax companies
where
like
we disagree,
TurboTax
when
and
you
whatnot.
get into what you're talking about, high school education. To me, it's if you can individualize it. As government education doesn't do this. Take the people as far as they can. Which means Pythagoras and all the elevated students, and make sure you bring the other ones along on the other end, and teach the middle. But no, in high school, because you're in high school, you shouldn't learn the Pythagoras theorem. No, you should if you're at that level. Anyways,
I learned the Pythagorean theorem, and I'm nowhere near that level. Why the hell do I know about?
Someone thought you were.
Well, they were very grossly mistaken. So. Anyway, let's move on up to 1912. Muffin, 3 for 3 here.
So, 1912, we get the Piltdown Man, later discovered to be a hoax, is supposedly found in the Piltdown grave pit by Charles Dawson.
Yes. So, they thought this is like potentially one of the missing links.
Oh, okay.
But it turned out to be a hoax, as it said here.
Yeah.
So, actually, let's see the Piltdown Man.
Was that by Charles Darwin? He was
No.
the hoaxer? I don't think so.
No. It's
Discovered.
Charles
Okay.
Dawson.
Dawson. Okay.
Dawson.
Okay.
So, it says here, Piltdown Man was a paleoanthropological fraud in which bone fragments were presented as the fossilized remains of a previously unknown early human.
Okay.
So, For further reading on this subject, as always, please refer to the underbar of the description for links to all these things that we now have 4 links. Nice. Anyway, we're going to move on up into 1917. The 18th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution authorizing prohibition of alcohol is approved by the U.S. Congress and sent to the states for ratification. So the beginning of Prohibition, 1917.
Yeah.
We were still at war. Actually, no. Yeah, we were. We were still at war in Europe because World War I ended in 18. So, but yeah. Then, 1917 as well, the Soviet government issued a decree recognizing Finland's newly declared independence. The new style is December 31st. I guess this new style, I don't know what that is, but I don't know.
Yes, I don't know.
I'm confused about calendars. So, then we got some sports history here. Hey, your favorite. 1935, Don Bradman scored 117 in his debut Sheffield Shield cricket match with South Australia in an innings and 5-run win over his old team, New South Wales.
Cricket.
Yep. And then bouncing right back to the Muffin Man. If he's there.
Okay.
Oh, there he is.
Sorry.
It's alright.
1935, we got Edvard Bennis. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. Anyways, becomes the president of, oh my goodness gracious, Czechoslovakia. Yeah. Who? After Thomas Mazarki retires, whatever his name is.
You've never heard of Czechoslovakia?
I have, but
Hearing about
just
it
the name
and
all
pronouncing it
thrown
are
off.
2 different things, let me tell you.
Yeah.
True. I mean, like, you
Well,
know,
no.
to anyone who doesn't know the word, this is a tongue destroyer. But,
Yes, it is.
Their whole language is a tongue destroyer.
yeah. Well, a lot of languages are tongue destroyers.
Look up what their common last name is, and you'll see
Oh,
you can't even
Christ.
pronounce it. And you know, we have Smith or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah.
They have, like, Hingerby Jingerberry or something, you know?
Exactly what I'm saying, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. You got an encyclical here.
Go up. In 1947, you got the Pope Pius the 7th, I think?
12th.
12th, okay. Published the encyclical Optimia? Optimism.
Onomatopoeia?
I don't think so.
Optimia. Pops. I can't read today, man.
Optissima Pex.
Good luck.
Yes.
What does encyclia mean?
Encyclical is essentially like a holy memo. Like you know,
Oh,
office
okay.
buildings, they have like the memos, the PTS
Yeah,
reports, and all that
yeah.
stuff. Like that's what this essentially is.
Okay.
But for the Vatican.
Okay, good
So-
to know. I didn't know what that was.
Yeah. Let's see here. It was a. Okay, here we go. Optimus of Pax. Let's see here. It is an encyclical by Pope Pius XII on prescribing public prayers for social and world peace given at Rome. 2 years after World War II, peace is still in a certain balance. So this was like, 1947, 2 years after the
Okay.
war. Just
Yeah.
like basically, okay, everybody just please stay calm, you know, essentially. So I'm going to put the link to this in the underbar as well here for further reading if anybody's interested. But yeah. Then you got one more, right? Actually, yeah, you got one more. Oh.
It was in 1956. We got Ballon d'Or, Blackpool and England Wenger, I think. Anyways, Stanley Matthews wins integral award for the best football player in Europe, beats Real Madrid pair Alfredo Di Stefano, I think, and Raymond Koopa.
All right.
Like we care.
No, oh,
They did, I'm sure.
yeah. It's football season. I've never heard of Ballon d'Or until like about a week or so ago when I first started reading about this.
Oh, yeah?
Never before in my life. Never heard
I
that
haven't
word.
heard of it either.
So.
It was the first time I've heard of it, so you were ahead of me by a couple weeks.
Anyway, 1956, we got some radio history here. Phil Rizzuto signed as New York Yankees radio TV announcer.
Ah, Phil was
Yeah. Sportscaster and Major League Baseball shortstop.
Yep.
And then, like, every time I hear the word shortstop, I imagine, like, a shortcake, you know, like a strawberry shortcake on a base or something. I'm like, what is a shortstop? Like,
Well, you know, it's obvious. Maybe you don't know. It's a position in the infield.
Yeah.
First, second, third base, and then shortstops between second and third.
Huh.
I mean, yeah, second and third.
That makes sense. Yeah,
go,
with a
lot of hits go up the middle like that. They put them there.
Now I wonder, because most baseball players, are right-handed, so you'd have a shortstop between the second and third bases, because of trajectory. Do they move the shortstop, or is there another position for somebody who's left-handed because the ball's going to go somewhere else?
Well, not necessarily. They know how someone hits. If someone hits over to the right side more often, they'll call a shift. And the second baseman will move into the shortstop position on the right side, and the shortstop will come over for second base.
Okay.
Third baseman will move way over.
Okay.
But it's called a shift. They don't change the name of their position. They just shift.
Okay.
So there you go. Like the line. Hitting for the line.
You mean the cycle?
That's it. Oh, you remembered. I'm so proud of you.
Wait, what did that entail again? I actually forgot.
You should have just stopped right there.
A single, a double, a triple, and home run, right?
Yeah, all in one game.
Okay.
Batter hits single, double, triple, and home run.
I'm learning
slowly. Hits for the cycle. Hey, you remember the name?
Yeah.
A long time you're calling it hitting for the line.
Well, I mean, it's a line, a cycle is nothing. A cycle is a circle, but it's a line that bends.
It's actually a triangle if you look at it on a map.
Well, now we're just pulling semantics, Anyway,
we're going back to the Pythagorean
theorem. Oh God.
Say it,
Anyway, 1950. You know what? Here's what I've said this before. The day they started introducing alphabet into mathematical equations is the day I gave up.
So algebra wasn't your thing.
No, absolutely not. But but as Proto Blob has said, I want to give him, kudos for this joke, even though it's not the first time I've heard of it. When it comes to algebra, stop having us try to find your x. She's gone. Leave it alone. Go look for it yourself. Find x.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to move on up into 1959. Sammy Baugh was named first coach of the New York Titans in the American Football League.
Oh, okay.
AFL, right? American Football League? Okay.
Yeah. It finally, in fact, but it wasn't 59 when the AFL started, was it? It says it was.
When did the AFL start?
It's got to be in the mid-60s somewhere. Obviously, I'm wrong.
July 1959.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right.
That's where the Chargers came from, the AFL.
Ah. And then we got a music premiere here. This guy again, 1962. Dmitri Shostakovich's 13th Symphony premiered in Moscow. I've spoke about this guy so often, I now know how to pronounce his name.
Yeah, that's really something, isn't it?
Yeah. Shostakovich.
I've seen him a number of times, so there you go. If I've seen him a number of times, wow, he's on all the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've seen his articles,
just... showed him before.
Yep. That's a lot of shit. So... But anyway, Muffin, you get film premiere here.
It's kind of funny. Right after the Symphony part, literally the same day right below it, there's a nuclear test that Russia did.
The same year, yeah.
Yeah, same day, everything.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of funny, but...
Yep.
Anyways, in 1963, you got the Pink Panther film premieres, directed by Blake Edwards and starring Peter Sellers and David Nevine, with a theme by Henry Mancini. I think that's his name.
Dun 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 dun.
That movie was so funny and so different for '63.
Yeah,
it was hilarious.
Well, what was the officer's name? Commissioner or no?
The commissioner. Yeah,
commissioner.
Well, I don't know.
No, I think it was constable or something.
No, he was the commissioner. I don't know if he was in the first one or he got promoted later. But yeah, he drove him nuts. Clouseau drove him nuts.
Yeah. Why can't I? Charles Dreyfus? No. Inspector Clouseau.
No, that's what's his name. That's the Pink Panther.
Oh. Jacques Clouseau.
No, that's the Pink Panther.
Huh.
You're talking about the...
Charles Dreyfus?
No, Inspector Clouseau.
Inspector Clouseau.
Is the Pink Panther.
Pink Panther, Commissioner...
Boss. The Commissioner, his name, I don't know the name, though. He was
Dreyfus?
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it says here, Clouseau's long-suffering boss, Commissioner Dreyfus.
Okay, that was his name.
Oh. All right. Anyway, we're going to move on up here into 1965. Frank Borman and Jim Lovell splashed down in Atlantic after 2-week Gemini 7 mission. And he did his 3, right? Yeah. Oh, actually, I missed one here in 1964. Filming was completed for Star Trek pilot The Cage. Cast include Jeffrey Hunter, Susan Oliver, Leonard Nimoy, and Maj Barrett. Although it never aired, some footage was reused in Menagerie episodes of the series. This was before Kirk was put on. What's his face? Muffin, help me. Who's
Kirk, the actor's name?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. Yeah, now you know what my pain right now.
Yeah.
Like, Muffin, what's the guy's name?
Which one?
Captain Kirk.
Who's the actor?
The actor.
There you go. What's his name?
Can't
believe I can't remember it.
Well, it's not telling me. Captain Kirk actor.
I want to tell you.
William Shatner.
There we go.
Yeah, no, I remember like the pilot episode, which actually is split into two things, and there's this whole schism apparently in the Trekkie, like the Trekkie, like community.
Yeah.
They consider the first episode the pilot.
Yeah.
But some people consider the first half of the episode the actual pilot. I don't know the exact semantics, but some people say the two things are one. Some people say the one thing is two.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's stupid.
And Kirk wasn't in the first.
Kirk
pilot?
was not in the first role.
Didn't know that.
And as it said here, starring these guys, and we just saw his name, Shatner.
Yeah.
This is filming complete for the Star Trek pilot, The Cage. Cast included did not have his name.
Huh.
So Leonard Nimoy, of course, who's Spock.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't popular when it first ran. It
No.
wasn't all that popular. That's why it didn't keep going.
yeah.
It was off in 1 or 2 seasons.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to move on up here. We already did this one here. And then 1966, Dr. Seuss, How the Grinch Stole Christmas aired for the first time on CBS. Wow. I remember that cartoon.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. Now Dr. Seuss is banned everywhere. So,
Geez.
yeah. Anyway, we spoke about this the other day. Muffin, go for it. Oh, I see he's muted. So
Alright, yeah, no, I'm here. Just my background noise is loud as shit. Okay. Anyways, in 1968, we got the musical fantasy film by Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, co-written by Roland Dial, and directed by Ken Hughes, my bad. Starring Dick Van Dyke and Sally Ann Howes. Man, that's a lot of names there. With songs by Sherman and Sherman. It premieres in New York City.
Well, all right.
Stupid name for a movie, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
That's on my list to watch. So
yeah.
I've been actually compiling a
Dick
list.
Van Dyke's got a lot of those movies.
Yeah, no, I've been compiling a list of movies to watch. Like if you look over on this screen here, you'll see like there's a whole bunch of lists.
Yeah.
Like, of movies to see.
Yeah. When are you going to put it on there? My 2 movies we got to watch. Doesn't matter.
What are they?
No, we talked about them. Uncle Tom 1 and 2.
Oh yeah. All right, that is now on the list.
Okay.
Yep.
Let me know when you ever watch them.
Yeah. Which, by the way, to anybody listening, we are not being racist or prejudiced. We are actually talking about movies.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Made movies.
Which, probably that disclaimer is not going to be enough to stop the
If
woke
someone wants to
masses.
do something, they can do it.
Yep.
You're not going to stop.
Yep. Anyway, 1969.
1969, we've got Andrew Previn and Alan J. Lanier's musical Coco, inspired by the life of the Coco Channel and starring Katharine Hepburn. I hope I pronounced that right. Opens at Mark Healinger's Theater in New York City, runs for 329 performances, and wins 2 Tony Awards.
Nice.
Of course, Coco Chanel, very rich woman, came from a rich family. You know her perfume, Coco Chanel.
Coco Chanel.
I heard the name, yeah.
Katharine Hepburn was a superstar actress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've heard the names. I don't really know much beyond that, but
Yeah.
like what I've said about sports, and actors and all that stuff. Like, I couldn't give a blooming fart about this stuff. But if the name
a blooming fart,
like a fart that blooms, like like something that mushrooms into something worse. Like I couldn't give a crap about that.
You took a word and made it very visual. I gotta tell you.
Yes. I couldn't give a blooming fart about this, but if the name is in my head, then that means that they did something so good that it got to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it pierced your unknown, whatever.
It pierced my bubble of uncaringness.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, we got another film premiere here for you. You got 3 in a row. That's interesting.
Yep. Not this 76. We got the second remake of A Star Is Born film, directed by Frank Pearson and starring Barbara Streisand and Chris Ferguson. Oh my goodness gracious! Anyways, premieres.
Yeah, Barbara Streisand, another name that's Pearson in my brain, and Chris Christopherson. I've heard that a couple times in passing
he's
too.
A big guy in his day. He was a pretty big actor.
What a name, Chris Christopherson.
Yeah,
that sounds made up.
No. Well, he may have. I don't know.
Well, no, I'm just saying, what's your name? Chris Christopherson. Like, really? So, anyway, we've got another film premiere here, 1984, A Christmas Carol, directed by Clive Donner, starring George C. Scott, amazing actor, premiered in the U.S.
Oh, that was a good one.
Look how young he is. Wow.
Yeah, that was a good Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of the best.
Actually,
and usually I prefer not the oldest one, but the second oldest one. I grew up with that one. This one I liked.
He was in 2 Christmas Carols.
He was in 2?
Yeah, he was in this one and the Muppets.
Oh, okay.
Remember he was Ebenezer Scrooge in the Muppets Christmas Carol?
The Fonz did a takeoff on that, which I can't remember his name. Remember the Fonz?
Yeah, I don't remember.
He did a good one too. It was a whole different one. It was a takeoff on it.
Fonzie, Henry Winkler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did a good Scrooge.
Henry Winkler. Let's see here. He's still alive, right? I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So. Yeah. He's 77 years. So yeah, because he's been in movies recently. I've seen him. Hughes and Barry? Huh. That's interesting. Anyway, going to move on up into 1994. Darryl Strawberry pled not guilty on tax evasion charges. Strawberry.
Coke brought him down.
Ooh.
Super athlete.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, I like powdered sugar on my strawberry too, but that's the wrong one.
No.
No.
Not what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. And then I'm going to do the split here real quick. Alright, welcome to part 2. We're moving on into the next millennium. Mr. Muffet, you want to start us out in 2002 here?
2? Okay, 2002. So The House premieres in the U.S. based on the novel by Michael Cunningham. I think I've heard that name before. Anyways, starring Meryl Streep, Julian Moreau, and Nicole Kidman.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. And, oh man, dude, you're just is today film premiere day or something? What is going on?
That's me.
Hours, my bad. The hours, not the house.
Ooh. You get a good one here.
Anyways, another 2002. Oh my god, I got a lot of 2002s here. Next couple ones, I guess. Anyways, in 2002, The Two Towers, the second of the Lord of the Rings films, is released. Makes at least 62, I think, US dollars, opening weekend, and made 926 million total worldwide.
So I guess it has to be $62 million opening weekend.
Yeah, they missed that.
Yeah. $62 opening weekend. That is a massive flop.
Huge. The only one I ever saw of those was the original. Never saw another one afterwards.
So you've only seen The Fellowship.
Is that what it's called?
The Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring, and then The Two Towers, and then Return of the King.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, just the one.
Wow, that is okay. I have a mission for you.
Nah,
we got no
they never-
Ness.
From even the original didn't care for it. Didn't do anything for me. Maybe I was too old. Yeah, I know you read all the books.
No, I haven't read all the books.
But you sure you did?
No,
Didn't you?
not Lord of the Rings.
I thought you had.
No, I've never read. I don't even have one. Like,
I'm thinking of
think.
something else then.
World of Warcraft,
No.
Star
No,
Wars.
no, no.
Like,
I thought it was Lord of the Rings that you.
no.
Okay. Anyways,
No.
moving on.
Anyway, you got another one in 2002. We are stuck in that year.
On this day, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Anyways, hopefully this is the last one here. In 2002, we got fashion designer Calvin Klein announced he will sell his company to shirt maker Philips Van Heusen, Hausen, that I know I'm pronouncing that wrong. Anyways, for $430 million.
Dang.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of money.
Wow. So Calvin Klein is no longer independent. Huh.
Nope.
Well, all right then.
20 years ago.
Yeah. 2009, James Cameron's Avatar, starring Sam Worthington, Zoe Saldana, and Sigourney Weaver, was released in the U.S. to become the highest-grossing film of all time.
Yeah. Never seen
I
that.
don't know. I guess
One
I
of the
just
few
watched
people
the
never
second
saw
one last
Avatar.
night.
Isn't there a new one out or something?
Yeah, Way of the Water, which started a whole
Yeah.
meme because like now people are being like, okay, if you think about Avatar: The Last Airbender, a different IP, they started with Book 1 Water, Book 2 Earth, Book 3 Fire. Well, Avatar: The Way of Water, it's started to look like they're, hanging on to the coattails of a much better IP. Because Avatar, the Na'vi, the blue people version, this James Cameron one, was a really garbage movie.
Just what you were naming and everything there, I felt like I was talking to you about sports. That's how much I understood of what you were talking about. Nothing.
About time the feeling went on the other side of the table.
Wow. Talking about going right over my head.
Wow. There's not much there to stop things.
Watch it.
Anyway, here we go. Speaking of something that you would understand.
Oh, big time.
2012, 6 health workers dispensing polio vaccinations were gunned down in Pakistan. What the hell? Why?
I don't know. Probably just easy
It's forward,
target. I don't
baby.
think it had anything to do with dispensing polio vaccine.
Wow, that's insane.
But you see those shots? That takes me right back to when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And those were called iron lungs. I don't know if you know that or not.
Oh, I know.
Oh, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah.
you talk about putting the fear of anything into me. Oh my God! Could you imagine just living in that for the rest of your life?
Kill me.
I mean, obviously it changed. They got them out of those eventually.
Yeah.
But
No.
at that time, you thought, nope, you're going to be in that for life. Holy cow!
Just kill me.
Oh,
you know?
that scared the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Just
Like if that's my future, no.
Yeah.
Done. Like.
Yeah.
I don't care what possible contributions I can make in the world lying on a bed. I don't want to be part of it.
Yeah.
So. Anyway, we got, did I do my 3? I talked about Avatar. Okay, this was yours. So I have one more here. 2017, South Africa's ANC selected Cyril Ramaphosa as leader to succeed President Jacob Zuma. All right. And then, Muffin, you get to tell.
This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Anyways, in 2019, the House of Representatives vote to impeach President Donald Trump for abuse of power, which was 230 to 197, and obstruction, I don't know why I cannot say that word for a reason, of Congress of 229 to 198 votes.
Damn.
So that's the first one, the phone call.
Ah, yeah. Man, they were ruthlessly going
Piece him
after
on a
that
phone
guy.
call. Yeah, sure.
So, but that's all song and dance in order to garner more support for him from the side that is against the people that control him. As I was talking about earlier, between him and Elon Musk. What better way to control the people opposed to you than to control the idol, that they flock to, and make things up to push them towards that.
They don't want to control him; they want to destroy him.
Well, no, they already control it. We'll get into that later. So
Way later.
yeah. Anyway,
And I guess we got the last one right here too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
In 2020, you got good old Mike Pence here, receives the good old freaking COVID-19 vaccine on live television.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Anyway, before we move on to the burst of deaths, were there any articles that grabbed your attention more than most? Anything you wished we had elaborated more about? Anything you would have liked to say, talk about if you were on the show? Start a dialogue in the comments section. Anyway, we're going to move on in the burst, but I have a feeling we're going to be losing the loon here.
Yeah, you are. I'm out and enjoy.
All right, you just hate birthdays, don't you? Well, I guess at your age they get a little old.
Oh, eat cake. Oh, boo. Just eat cake.
Yeah, just eat cake. Anyway, we're going to start in the year 1418. Albert VI, Archduke of Austria, was born in Vienna, Austria, 1643. Or died in 1463. I misread that completely. And then we also have Joseph Grimaldi, 1778, an English pantomimist and the greatest clown in history. Oh, pantomime, okay. Born in London, dying in 1837. So the greatest clown in history, huh? Well, I'm going to topple his seat, so...
So how we're doing this, we're just doing the black placards, right?
Yes.
For each one?
Yeah, the
Okay.
highlighted ones.
Okay.
Your turn.
Do you go next, or... Oh, it's my turn, okay. We got good old J.J. Thompson. He was born in 1856 and passed away in 1940. He was an English physicist who discovered the electron, born in Manchester, England.
Ah, so he discovered the electron. Cool.
Yep. That's pretty interesting.
Oh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Big name, massive name here.
Franz Ferdinand?
Franz Ferdinand.
Ferdinand, okay. Archduke of Austria, whose assassination in 1914 led to a declaration of World War I. Wow, so he's the guy that started everything. Born in Grays, Australia, he was born in 1863.
Yeah, born in Austria, not Australia.
Austria, my bad.
But no, because of politics, because this guy was allied with that guy, and that guy was allied with this guy, like the chain of everything. The assassination of this guy, because he's not the one who started it. He's, the action that happened to him, because he got assassinated, he died. That started a chain of events that would inevitably lead to the outbreak of the First World War, and many would argue, including myself, the Second World War is just an extension of that first one, and we're still kind of living in the shadow of all of that controversy. But because of all the policies and everything, like non-aggression pacts, allied pacts, this pacts, that pacts, like a similar situation is happening in today's world. Like Ukraine is not a NATO country. It's not part of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. So that's why, Russia has been doing all that stuff, with them for the past, 10, 20 some odd years. And this is why the missile into Poland was such a big deal, because that is a NATO state. And if that was a Russian attack, then that would bring us into a war with Russia officially through NATO. So, government allegiances and legal documents and all that stuff could bring something that would seem completely irrelevant into the major forefront of any circumstance or situation. So, yeah. Politics, man. So.
Anyways, we got
oh, wow!
This one right here.
Joseph Stalin.
Joseph Stalin himself. He was born today in 1878, and he passed away in 1953. Honestly, majority of people already know that he's a dictator and general secretary of the Soviet Union at the time. Between 1922 to his death in 1953. Born in Gori, Talif's Governorate, Russia Empire.
Yep. Wow, I had no idea that Franz Ferdinand and Joseph Stalin shared a birthday. Wow.
Wait. Oh yeah.
Not the same year, but the same calendar date.
Yeah, same everything, yeah.
63 to 78, so that's Why can't I do
right?
math?
63.
63 to 70 is 7 plus 8,
15.
15 years.
Yeah.
Huh. Then we have the famous Ty Cobb, born on this date in 1886, an American Baseball Hall of Fame outfielder, American League Most Valuable Player in 1911, Triple Crown in 1909, 12-time American League batting champion for the Detroit Tigers, and a manager for the Detroit Tigers from 1921 through 26, born in Narrows, Georgia, and this is the guy that the Ty Cobb Award is named after. So yeah.
Yep.
Man, you know, like Golden Loon is going to be very sore that he missed out on births today. We also have Willy Brandt, 1913, a German statesman, leader of the SPD party and from 1964 through 87, and Chancellor of West Germany from 1969 through 74. Born, also got a Nobel in 1971, but he was born in Lübeck, Germany. All right. Ooh. Why don't you take this one, and I'm going to go yell at the Loon for being a loony.
Okay. So, anyways, we got Betty Garbill. She was born in 1916, and she passed away in 1973. She was an American singer, dancer, pin-up girl, and actress. She was in the Wake Up Screaming, How to Marry a Millionaire, and a Gay Divorce. Anyway, she was born in St. Louis, Missouri.
Misery, yep.
Yeah. Missouri.
That's an appropriate pronunciation of that state.
Missouri, yep.
Misery. Ooh.
Well, they have to scroll all the way down here. Anyways, we got Keith Richards. Today is his 79th birthday. Wow. Anyways, oh my god, I can't get my mind straight here.
Keith Richards?
1943, English guitarist and songwriter, the Rolling Stones, born in Dartford, Kent.
Ah. Yeah, I got the Loon back up here because like he was missing out on all sorts of stuff. Like, you know, as
Keith Richards, that's a baby.
Yeah, Betty Grable, Willy Brandt, Ty Cobb, Joseph Stalin, Franz Ferdinand.
Oh my goodness.
These are all massive names.
Yeah, well, all on the same day. How about
Yeah,
that?
I know. You know, this is why I'm just like, hey, it's a shame that you missed out. So
Yeah.
we got Keith Richards here. Steven Spielberg, 1946, a U.S. director, E.T. the Extraterrestrial, Close Encounters of the Fifth Kind, Jaws. He was
Amazing.
involved in,
of course I know.
Indiana Jones too, right? Even though that was that was the other guy.
I think he directed.
Yeah.
The other one was the creator.
Yeah.
Who you're thinking of?
Yeah, I can't remember his name for whatever reason. But then we also have Ray Liotta. I never heard of him though. No. Born on this date in 1954, a U.S. actor, Goodfellas, Field of Dreams. Oh, Field of Dreams, I've seen that. Copland. Born in Newark, New Jersey, and he died in this year, 2022. So he died on May 26th, in his sleep. So that's good. But at the age of 67, that's still young.
That's very young.
Yeah. Oh wow, bro, what is with today?
I don't know. A lot of people born on this.
Go for it, Muffin.
Okay. Anyways, we got good old Brad Pitt here. It's his 59th birthday today. He was born in 1963. He was an American actor. He was in a lot of films. World War Z was one of them. Anyways, 12 Monkeys and Flight Club is another couple of them. And producer of the Department 12 Years a Slave. 12 Years a Slave. Born in Shawnee, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Ocean's 11. He was in all kinds of movies.
I remember Fight Club. Al, you punched me in the ear. Why would you punch me in the ear?
I don't think I saw that.
I haven't seen it either. Oh, where's Alice? She's going to be so jealous. Stone Cold Steve Austin, born on this date in 1964. A U.S. professional wrestler and media personality, The Steve Austin Show, born in Austin, Texas. You were in Austin just a week ago.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah.
Oh.
Great blues town.
Yeah.
DMX?
DMX?
Yep.
Oh my god. Your turn
Dude,
now.
there's a lot of big ones. Holy shit.
Bro,
Dude.
today's the day. Like,
Yeah. Anyways, we got a good old DMX here, American rapper. And there was X, an actor, Romeo Must Die, born in Mount Vernon, New York.
and what year was he born?
1970, my bad.
All right. I hear somebody I finally don't know.
Yeah.
Who's jeez. Usually it's the other way around.
And we got Adirondack Sanchez Vicaro. She is in 1971. Oh, she was born in 1971. My bad. Spanish tennis player. U.S. Open 1994 and French Open in 1989, 94, and 98. Born in Barcelona. Yeah, Spain.
Yeah.
It's like I know how to pronounce that, just my tongue won't allow it.
Yeah. I wonder if that's the capital of Spain, right? Barcelona?
I don't know.
Capital is Madrid. Okay, I was wrong. So, yeah. Anyway, we also have Katie Holmes. I've heard that name. 1978. A U.S. actress, Dawson's Creek and Batman Begins, born in Toledo, Ohio. Oh, that's right. So, like, they had, like, in Batman Begins, they had one actress, and then in The Dark Knight Rises, they had another actress.
Okay.
I think, for his love interest or something.
Okay. Common though.
Christina Aguilera, that's a name I haven't heard in a long time. Born on this date in 1980, a U.S. singer, Genie in a Bottle, What a Girl Wants, What a Girl Needs, and TV personality, The Voice, from 2011 through 16. Born in Staten Island, New York. Huh. I haven't heard that name in quite a while, but I have heard of her. So.
Yeah.
Oh, God, are you kidding me? Bro. And it's also your turn. Wow, he was born in 2001. He was young. He's only 21 today, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, he can drink now. No, and gamble. Go for it, Muffin. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna take this. I'll have you start off the desk. 2001, we have Billie Eilish, 21st birthday today. Happy birthday! He is a U.S. Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter. When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? Born in Los Angeles, California. I know where that is. It's not that far. Yeah. So anyway, let's move on into Des. Mr. Muffin.
I'll see you later.
Are you sure you want to leave again?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. See you again. Go for it. 468.
460. Wait, what?
This one. The first death on record.
Oh, the first one?
Yeah.
Anyways, in 468, we got Hannah Marie Bar Zaturi. Rabia executed in Prohibition.
Yeah, he was a rabbi, like a Jewish priest or something. Executed in Pompedita, I think. So yeah. I swear to God, if we get a list of names I recognize again, I'm gonna crap my pants. Like that was insane. Like
yeah, back to back,
bro. Like I was not ready for that.
No, same. Anyways, we got Jean Baptiste Lamarck. He was born in 1744. And his death date was today in 1829. He was a French naturalist. Lamar Chekian, I think. Evolutionist. How is that 85?
Now, what is Lamarckian evolution? It is the notion that an organism can pass on to its offspring physical characteristics. Actually, let's see here. There's a wiki.
That's some kind of dimensional bullshit.
The notion that an organism can pass on to its offspring physical characteristics that the parent organism acquired through use or disuse during its lifetime. So essentially, like genetics and everything, which has been proven true.
Okay, I thought it's like oh, you can live on another soul by a transplanting of another body. I was like,
No. So essentially, like the whole argument, from like overweight people, like oh, I'm overweight because it's genetic. No, it's because you don't know how to put a fork down. But like a lot of people, they're using Lamarckian evolution or Naparkian inheritance as an excuse for their lifestyle decision. So.
Yeah.
Anyway, we also have Clarence Coomer, 1930, a U.S. Racing Hall of Fame jockey, Preakness Stakes 1920 and 25, Belmont Stakes 1920 and 28, U.S. champion jockey by earnings of 1920, died from pneumonia at the age of 31. Ooh, that's really young. Man, but he did a lot in his short life, so that's cool. Then we also have Bobby Jones in 1971, a U.S. golfer, course designer, 13 major titles and Grand Slam of 1930, died of syringomyelia at 69. What the hell is that? Let's take a look. Syringomyelia. It is a disorder in which fluid-filled cyst called a syrinx forms within the spinal cord. That sounds bad. Over time, the syrinx can get bigger and can damage the spinal cord and compress and injure the nerve fibers that carry information to the brain and from the brain to the rest of the body. That is not good. So let's see here. I'll just have this here in the underbar here. I couldn't find a wiki immediately, but whatever. Anyway, for further reading on this thing, please refer to the underbar in the description. Anyway. Heading back to the Muffin Man in 2006. Joseph Barber. Oh, no. Okay, here's a name I recognize.
Yeah, anyways, we got Joseph Barbara. He's he's American animator and cartoonist.
Hanna-Barbera.
I just lost my mind there. Yeah, Barbara. Anyways, Hanna-Barbera also does Tom and Jerry and also the Flintstones.
To name a few.
Yeah. He passed away at 95.
Yeah. So this was one of the guys behind, Tom and Jerry and the Flintstones and, the Hanna-Barbera cartoons, like, Yogi Bear maybe, like, all that stuff. And then, never heard of this guy.
Vasalv Hayville. Oh my goodness gracious. Such politician. Excuse me. President of Czechoslovakia. Oh my goodness gracious! I cannot pronounce the names today. Whatever the country is.
Czechoslovakia.
Thank you. In 1990 through 1992, Soviet Republic, in 1993 to 2003. That was at 75.
So it sounds like he retained his position from when Czechoslovakia went from Czechoslovakia and they split to the Czech Republic and Slovakia. So.
Yep.
We also have Zaza Gabor, 2016, a Hungarian-born U.S. actress, queen of outer space, died at 99. Wow. Almost made it. So.
Almost made it.
And then we also have I'm gonna take this one, 2017. Jong Hyun or Kim Jong Hyun, sounds like Kim Jong Un. South Korean singer, songwriter, radio host, and author S. Shiny committed suicide at the age of 27. Oof, that sucks. So
their website just completely crashed.
Anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar in the description for any links you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things OMNI Coalition. For your dose of pacifist daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time, which is 11 Mountain, 12 Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as well as 7 in the evening p.m. in Germany. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I'm Mayo Xander. Say again?
Oh, I'm the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man! Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in a shoot the shit, whatever the heck happens talk show, we have the Kicked Peanut coming up in a few hours at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Anyway, until then, until you catch us, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Toodles!